So, it's like, with the news being as terrifying as it fucking is right now, I just needed some mindless fucking escapism.
This is that.
I got it. I thoroughly got it.
This is the best comedy of the year so far.
I don't know. Monster Trucks is pretty close.
Fair enough.
Or honestly, there's a few contenders for like best bad movie so far. So this is Triple X, the return of Xander Cage. So this is a series that was born in the early 2000s in 2003, and you can tell. Mm-hmm. This is so ridiculously of its era that it's still, like, I'm amazed this got greenlit in 2017.
Well, it was obviously greenlit before 2017, just released in 2017.
I don't know, because, that's why 50 Cent was in this movie, because Vin Diesel did not want to do the sequel, so they got 50 Cent to fill in instead.
But Vin Diesel is in it anyway.
But no, there's 3 of these things.
Oh.
This is the 3rd one.
I did not know that.
Now you know.
Shows you how much attention I've been paying to this series.
Oh yeah, because I thought like who'd be the perfect person to take to see the Triple X movie. Yeah, Sarah seems appropriate.
I was hoping to do the founder with you, but it didn't time out.
Yeah, well, like I guess the founder's not even playing the Great Mall, so I had to drive all the way to Fremont yesterday to see it.
And it's playing in downtown Monterey, believe it or not.
That I believe, actually. I believe that. But you got a pretty big theater in downtown Monterey. What was it going with? Oh yeah, but Xander. No, there was the first one in 2003, and then there was the sequel in 2005, and that had 50 Cent as the lead role. That's why they said that they reference in this movie. It's like, oh, 2005 Triple X. That's
okay. That's who that was.
Yeah, and then they kill off I guess Vin Diesel really left in a huff about the sequel, so the director got pissed and killed him off screen the sequel.
Okay.
I guess for some reason this is produced by Vin Diesel too, so I guess he just really wanted to make this movie.
I guess so.
So whatever, we got our fucking Triple X movie, and yeah, it's exactly what you think it's gonna be.
It is so campy. It is campier than I thought it would be.
No plots. No plots. I think it was I was curious, so I looked up the reviews in Rotten Tomato, and the best one I saw was who needs character and story when the world is at stake? That more or less sums up the movie. It's as dumb and ridiculous and nonsensical as you think it's gonna be. I had a good time.
I did too. We were laughing the most and the most loudly in our theater at some of the ridiculous stunts and choreography.
Oh goddamn!
CGI.
I mean, goddamn, this is a movie that knows exactly what the fuck it is. It's not fooling anybody. It's not trying. And if you like that, you're gonna enjoy yourself. If you hate that, why are you seeing this movie?
Pretty much.
Unless you're a masochist like me that sees every piece of shit. Although January hasn't been that bad this year.
No.
I mean, we've had bad movies, but they at least have been laughable. I think the worst one I've seen that I got no enjoyment out of it was Underworld.
Really? You hated that more than the Bye Bye Man?
I just had no reaction out of Underworld compared to Bye Bye Man. At least Bye Bye Man got a genuine reaction, most of which was laughter. So, that was when I was gonna see it by myself. Then Grant popped in the last minute, and we're both like, "What the fuck are we watching?" That was a delightful experience.
Indeed.
And then Monster Truck, I just made tentacle porn jokes the entire time.
I caught a little bit of that.
That was 90% of that review was hentai jokes. Glorious. Then we had Split that was actually a genuinely good movie. But anywho, so is it even worth going over the plot? It's as cookie cutter and as it doesn't give a shit. You don't.
There's barely a plot to recap, but I do have bragging rights that I called a plot twist.
I know. Like I after you mentioned that, I was like, yeah, he's probably still alive. And then like,
I saw that coming from a mile away. Usually I don't spot things like that, but I called it. I called that shit.
Okay. Settle down. Right. But no, this movie could use more Sam Jackson. I mean, like, if anyone can do B movie, it's Sam fucking Jackson.
Yes.
But yeah,
appropriately hammy.
Like, everyone's fucking hammy in this movie. You have Donnie Yen, who was just having a blast in this movie.
Although I kept on hoping he, at one point, would say during one of the fight sequences, "I am one with the Force, and the Force is with me."
Yeah, then it gets sued by Disney. This was probably made before Rogue One. But
probably.
Either way, he's clearly having a blast. Vin Diesel is just hamming it the fuck up with some ridiculous one-liner. I think my favorite was like, because this is the kind of movie it is, of course there's an orgy at one point. And then Vin Diesel just puts on this gigantic fur coat and goes, "The things I do for my country."
Oh, poor you.
I know, there's like a tongue firmly planted on goddamn cheek. And then there's scenes where like it opens up like with Vin Diesel being introduced. He's skiing in the middle of the rainforest. He's
no snow?
He's well, I would assume not in the rainforest. He's skateboarding down freeways, going faster than cars because, sure.
Spoiler alert, all to...
Yeah, like, you can't tell where this movie's going.
All to illegally hook up a football game or soccer for Americans.
Yay. Because again, sure, it's that kind of fucking movie.
Yeah.
Who gives a flying shit?
all this great stunt work for a football game.
I don't know how much was like actual practical effects and how much was CGI. I mean, there were some parts where you could very clearly, obviously tell CGI.
The part where he was coming out of the water, that was clearly CGI.
Oh yeah, and that scene was glorious. But yeah, like, you know what would be, like, you could tell it was like maybe some like 9 or 12-year-old going, "Hey guys, you know what would be really cool? If we had motorcycles surfing." So somebody said, "Here we go!" And it's like, this absurd, hilarious scene where you have Donnie Yen being chased by Vin Diesel on like motorcycles with water skis.
Yes.
Sir, on the side of a gigantic fucking wave. I was waiting for a shark to like pop out of the water and try to take a bite out of somebody. They would have literally jumped the shark.
Literally,
given like 5 more seconds of screen time in this.
This may all sound like a joke, but this happens in the movie.
No, it's in the trailer, so I knew it was coming. So that's why I'm like, yes, ready, let's go. And yeah, again, if you saw the trailer, whatever thought that passed through your mind when you saw it, you're probably right. And it's probably what you're gonna think of this movie.
There's no complicated plot. There's no character development. Except for the twist that I called, there's no real twist.
No. No. Like, it's so, like, there's nothing here to surprise you.
It's just a fun action comedy. It's a great January dick flick. That's about all it is.
Yeah. I can see that. That's a good description. No, like, again, it's just... It knows what it is. It is unabashedly not afraid to be what it is. It's kind of like, this is better than TMNT 2, but like, I kind of gave that one a little leeway for the same reason. It was like, look, this is a dumb fucking movie, and yeah, like, it pisses all over a lot of the TMNT Turtle stuff from what I heard, but it's like, but it's not trying to fool anyone into thinking it's deeper than it is. And the same with this one. The actors know it, the producers, everyone is really fucking knows what they're in for. Now, granted, there are some things that bug me. Like, there are some performances that are just straight up bad. Like, evil blonde lady had just...
Oh my god.
Like, she
may as well have been a robot. Her face doesn't move at all.
No, like, well, everyone else is having fun doing this. She's, like, clearly the only one just could not be bothered.
It's like, whenever she was on screen,
oh my god, what did you do? Are you crazy?
I couldn't help thinking, okay, somebody's had one too many Botox injections.
Yeah, seriously. No, I can see that. But Vin Diesel's fun, and Donnie Yen's a lot of fun.
They're both obviously enjoying the movie, or being a part of it, acting in it. They're both still charismatic. They're both enjoyably hammy.
Yeah, and, like, there's some other, like, dumber jokes I got kind of a chuckle out of, like, in the beginning when, like, Samuel Jackson... It does that thing that Suicide Squad did, which is not a good thing to remind me of Suicide Squad.
No.
Where, like, every time a new character's introduced, they'll, like, freeze frame, and they give, like, all these factoids on the side.
Most of which I wasn't able to read because it disappeared too quickly.
Okay. Well, there was one in the very beginning where you see Samuel Jackson trying to recruit, like, the football player at the very bottom, like, this is a so-and-so, like, football player scored 100 scores, like, in under a year, and, like, last one says thinks he's being recruited for the Avengers. So, like, that one gave me a chuckle. And there's a couple other ones like that. I was like, oh, okay, it's stupid, but you gotta chuckle out of me. All right. I'm trying to think of, like, I mean, I couldn't give less of a shit about anyone else in the movie except for, like, Vin Diesel and Donnie Yen.
Same here.
Except for, like, maybe the stunt driver. He gave me a couple laughs.
200 crashes!
Yeah, like, that made me laugh. And he takes a selfie. Like, yeah, okay. Yeah. I don't usually like selfie jokes, but okay.
That was entertaining.
Yeah, so, like, am I gonna see this again? Probably not.
No.
Is it, like, the best B movie I've ever seen? No. Did I still, like... Does it need to be almost 2 hours long? God, no. But at the same time, for what it is, I had fun. Take it for what it is, you know?
If nothing else, you'll get some good laughs out of it.
I mean, unless you feel like you just hate these kind of movies, in which case this is not gonna fucking change your mind.
No, not in the slightest.
I mean, like, I feel like this would have been much more at home, like, had it been released, like, 10 years ago. Because that's, like... Honestly, this reminded me of two things. It reminded me if Rocket Power was just a little more extreme. And do you remember that shit?
No.
Rocket Power was a Nickelodeon show that was so obviously of its era, because it was all about extreme and skateboarding and snowboard, like, extreme kids where everyone's a self-centered douchebag.
Kind of sounds like Wild and Crazy Kids.
I don't even remember that one.
That was a Nickelodeon game show.
Oh, right. I remember that one now. That was actually a fun game show.
Yeah.
But no, this was a cartoon. And, like, I was actually talking to a coworker about that one recently. He goes, like, I'm so happy. Like, honestly, there's some really good kids shows out there right now, but no one believes me whenever I tell them that. Because I'm I'm so relieved some kids like so much, like, some kids that shows we used to watch when we were kids, like, I don't know which one she mentioned, like Fairly Odd Parents and Rocket Power. It's like, okay, when was the last time you watched Rocket Power? Because I guarantee you it has not aged well. Because it was like, that was a movie about people being kids being selfish assholes to each other for 4 seasons.
Sounds a little close to reality.
This is back when everything. This is back in like the late '90s, early 2000s. Everything was extreme, and like where movies like fucking Triple X were made about extreme sports people that save the goddamn world. Screw you, highly trained military professional. I can snowboard.
Which they kind of do that in joke, or they touch on that rivalry in one scene.
Yeah, where we got 2 Agent Cody Bank movies. Do you remember that?
Vaguely.
Oh man, but it was a weird time. Like this, but where was it going with this? Oh yeah, there's Rocket Power, and this again just feels like right at home, and just that ridiculous nonsense sport, like extreme sports movies. Oh, I know where I was going with this. It reminded me of the recent remake of Point Break if it took itself way less seriously.
All right.
Like, this feels like, because did you see a review about the remake of Point Break?
I missed it, sorry.
That one was funny for all the wrong reasons. That was a movie that was like, this movie, except it tried to take itself seriously, and I'm like, dude, just stop. You're not fooling fucking anyone. It's just like dumb shit, and you should fucking know it's dumb shit. That movie was incredibly pretentious. But yeah, so I can't think of too much else to talk about other than, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, if you want to know the twist that
Samuel Jackson doesn't die.
Yeah. He dies in the beginning, and just like in Captain America: Winter Soldier, he comes back at the end
with an eye patch. So I'm like, are they just trying to say he goes off to be Nick Fury? Is that what they're saying he does?
They may as well.
Yeah, he was like, that'd be great if this turned out to be like a prequel to the Avengers. This whole thing is secretly in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Fuck it would make just as much sense.
Yes, it would.
Oh man, so we showed up late.
But we still got many trailers.
Yeah, so I think we got in just when the trailer started, so we cut the tail end of the last Fast and Furious trailer.
So Fast and Furious 8.
The Fate of the Furious.
I don't understand why they're continuing the franchise after
Paul Walker.
Yeah.
I mean, like, to be fair, Paul Walker was never the lead character of the movies.
I know, but he was part of the ensemble, and I thought after he died, that would...
No, it makes too much money. And to be fair, they are genuinely entertaining. Kind of like this movie. Like, they are genuinely entertaining movies that know exactly what they fucking are. Another case of, we know you're not fooled by any of this. Here's that girl from Lost beating the shit out of Ronda Rousey. It's like, okay, here's one hot rod jumping from one skyscraper to another skyscraper mid-floor. It's like... Okay, here's Vin Diesel and Jason Statham charging at each other with gigantic fucking wrenches. Okay. Here's a Rock breaking out of his arm cast, because fuck it, he's the Rock. That happens, by the way. He looks at his daughter and goes, Daddy's gotta go to work. And goes, boom! Not kidding. That is verbatim how the scene goes. Then grabs like a mini machine, like a minigun, and just walks down the middle of the highway, just boom.
That would be great to watch when I'm drunk.
Any of like the last 5, I think, could fall in that category. But they just said fuck it and just did whatever the hell they wanted.
We got that.
And then let's see. I wrote them down.
I was actually...
Logan was the next one we got.
Yes.
I'm genuinely excited for that one. That looks really good.
It does look good. Granted, I've been out of the loop on the X-Men movies, but...
As far as I know, you don't really need to for this movie, because I think it takes place like in the alternate universe kind of thing.
Okay.
Because in the last X-Men movie, not all the X-Men die like they show in this movie straight off the bat. Like, no, everyone's dead. Which is... It's definitely going to be the most depressing of the X-Men movies.
And thanks to Deadpool's success last year, it's going to have
be rated R.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I heard Hugh Jackman really wanted to be rated R. He even took a pay cut to make sure that it happened. So I guess that was the deal they made. Yeah. Okay. Like even the most recent, look at the most recent Red Venture. That one's also really, really good. But like even the little girl looks like she kicks so much ass. It looks great. Because you know the character she plays in the movie? She plays a character called X-23. She's like Wolverine's female clone.
Interesting.
So she has like her own claws and shit. Looks pretty good. She was actually born of a cartoon series that was actually made in the early 2000s. I know because I watched it. And she became so popular they just added to the comic book series. She's been there ever since. Nice. Kind of like Harley Quinn in the Batman animated series. Then we got Fist Fight, which I don't know why this movie can't be solved in 5 seconds.
Me neither.
That one does not look as fun as Fast 8.
No, Fist Fight looks rather forced. And
yeah, like I do not understand why this can't be solved with a court order.
Thank you. That actually reminds me of what I was thinking when I was watching the trailer is how are all of these teachers and school officials not in jail for
I don't know.
For having weapons on a public school campus.
Because clearly, I guess it's gonna be one of those universes where like there are no consequences for shenanigans,
even illegal ones.
Especially illegal ones.
When you are a teacher, which it is a rather important job where you are obligated to report crimes.
I think you're thinking way too much about this. I mean, granted, I guess I am too, because like I call the police should solve this movie in 5 fucking seconds. Like,
yes.
Hey, he's gonna attack me. Go get him.
Yes.
Boom.
Or hey, this teacher is wielding an axe in front of students and the principal. Why aren't you not arresting him?
I don't know. That'll be an interesting experience to have. That's a February movie, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so that'll be next month's project.
I think it's coming out in a week or 2.
Joy of joys.
Indeed. Have fun with that.
I will. Not, probably. But we'll see. I don't know. I've been surprised before. Then we got Rings. You did not know this movie was coming out, right?
I did not, and when the trailer was playing, I was thinking 2 things. I didn't think that The Ring was that long ago. At least it doesn't feel like it was that long ago. And why...
Well, to be fair, it's also made in the age where Blockbuster and VHRs were a thing.
Why are we getting Rings now?
Because nobody knows how to let a franchise die. We're getting another Alien movie this year, too.
Well, that I understand because, well, Ridley Scott can do better for the Alien universe than Prometheus.
Yeah!
But...
Oh, this new one's still got Michael Fassbender in it, so I'm down for that.
Yeah. And I'm curious to see where it picks up after Prometheus. I like the Alien franchise.
I do too. Well, the first 2.
Yes. And I kind of like AVP as a guilty pleasure. Sleigh ride of friendship.
Yeah, I kind of like him too. I'm not gonna lie.
But anyway, I digress. So why? I don't understand why we're getting Rings now.
I guess I want to use like viral videos as a theme for the movie. I don't know. Well, because they don't know how to stop. That's really the real reason. That's why we got our Terminator like a couple years ago. Was that last year or was that the year before?
That was 2015.
Okay, so that was the year before. Okay. The years are blending together now.
Yes, they are. I still can't believe this is season 5.
I know, right? Well, like, imagine how things have changed since we started. I mean, fuck, that was 2012?
Late 2012, 2013 was our first.
I think I was still an engineer at the time when I first started this show. Before I realized how much I hated that. And then switched over to psychology, where that worked out well. So, yeah, things have changed.
Yes.
For the better, I think. Well, in some ways, yes. In some ways, no. But
yes.
But I don't know. We're still doing it. We're still having fun.
Yes.
Not making shit out of it, but we're still having fun. Then the last trailer we got was the slightly controversial Ghost in the Shell movie.
So, I understand this is adapted from an anime.
Yeah.
Which I've never seen, so I'm not going to claim much or hardly any cultural knowledge on it, but I am aware of the whitewash controversy.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a wait and see for me, because I'm kind of like, and I like Scarlett Johansson, and I've never seen the anime.
Me neither.
But at the same time, I get why people are mad. But at the same time, it's like, if it could also genuinely be a good movie, so that's a coin toss for me.
And honestly, when the first few clips of it played, before I realized what it was, I honestly thought that it was the Blade Runner sequel that we're getting later this year.
No, but there is a trailer for that out there. That has Ryan Gosling in it. Mm-hmm. That one has a much more orange filter to it.
Yes.
But yeah, I can see where you get that, though. It does have a very Blade Runner vibe. But yeah, Ghost in the Shell, like, it's pretty.
It does look very slick.
Yeah, so it's one of those...
Very polished in terms of visuals.
Yeah, so it's kind of one of those... It could be good, it could suck, which could make the whitewashing worse.
Yes.
It's one of those things, like, people in, like, Japan don't give a shit.
No.
They're fine with it. It's one of those things, What was the one NC thing where it's like, you know, people that weren't mad about Speedy Gonzalez? Fucking Mexicans. They were totally okay with it. They loved him.
Interesting how that kind of thing works out
I
sometimes.
know, right? We get mad for them because America.
Fuck yeah.
America. Right now. I do not want to get into that right now, though.
Sorry, I was trying to lighten.
No, that's okay. That was more me. I've been reading a lot of the news lately.
I have too, and it just keeps depressing me, which is why I've been binge watching stuff on Netflix a lot lately.
Smart. Watch Luke Cage.
Oh, I finished that a few months ago.
I still gotta watch the last 2 episodes. I'm waiting for the show because it's one of those things that get the fresh perspective in there. Which means I gotta call Ron. I'll figure it out later.
Yeah, I finished Luke Cage. I re-binged Jessica Jones. We apparently have to wait until 2018 for season 2 of that.
Yeah, but we'll get the Defenders first before that. You know Defenders, right?
A little. I saw the preview for it.
Well, that has like Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, and Luke Cage. Kind of like a Netflix TV Avengers.
That's what I've heard. I don't know anything about Iron Fist yet, but
that's just coming out later this year, I think. So
yeah, I think they're releasing Iron Fist this year.
Yeah.
and then the Defenders this year.
Yeah, they're filming it now. Sigourney Weaver plays the villain in that show, actually.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that'll be curious to see.
She's very good at those kinds of roles.
Oh yeah, I love Sigourney Weaver. She was great in Monster Calls, although some people disagree with me on that. But anyway, so I think we're talking about totally different things at this point. So
sorry, we're just geeking out.
Oh, because we never go on tangents on this show. Fuck no. It's not like I spent 30 minutes in the Monster Truck review making porn jokes.
Not just porn jokes. Animated Japanese porn jokes.
Yes, hentai. But anyway, so you got any final thoughts for Triple X?
It's a fun January dick flick. If you're into that, check it out.
Yeah. I think if you see the trailer, you know if we like this or not. So really, there's really no point for me to say any more than I already have. So
I will say that if you do see it in the theater, see the matinee price.
Yeah, this is a early matinee for me.
Yeah.
I would not see this in 3D.
Oh God, no. The edits are way too fast.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Yeah,
the
that was
3D.
one thing that bugged me too. But yeah, I think next week we got Resident Evil and A Dog's Purpose.
I know it's sappy and manipulative, but I might actually see A Dog's Purpose.
I don't know. From what I've read, I've heard it's pretty bad. So we'll see.
Well, if it times out and you need someone for that, let me know.
Will do. Meanwhile, I must be off to do other things, probably sleep, because I have not been sleeping much lately.
Me neither.
I'm sorry. Yay! Insomnia buddies! Alright. Alright. See you guys later.
Bye.